the meaning of the investment fluctuation reserve. It is very much similar to the workman compensation reserve. So that means if you understood the treatment of the workman compensation reserve, you will definitely the investment fluctuation reserve as well. So in the investment fluctuation reserve, see, investment fluctuation reserve is as usual, it is a kind of reserve which is made out of profit. For the purpose of how can I define it? We prepare the investment fluctuation reserve to set off, or you can say whatever the fluctuation that may arise in the value of the investment. Whenever see what happens, no, the investment keep on changing, the market value of the investment may keep on changing, and due to the changes taking place in the value of the investment in the market value of the investment may decrease or increase, right? And if let's suppose, if instead of increasing, if the value of the investment declines, it leads to the loss. So just to uh, overcome that loss, or just to set off that loss, we prepare the investment fluctuation reserve. So investment fluctuation reserve can be defined as a reserve which is made out of profit to meet the fall in the market value of the investment. It is created to adjust the difference between the book value and the market value of the investment. And access of the investment fluctuation reserve over the difference between the book value and the market value is credited to old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Let me explain this. Just a moment. Investment fluctuation reserve. Investment fluctuation. Sorry. So investment fluctuation reserve, as I told you, it is a reserve made out of profit, created out of profit. The purpose of forming the investment fluctuation reserve is to adjust the loss on account of fluctuation in the market value of the investment. Due to the fluctuation in the market value of the investment, if there is a loss, to set off, to adjust that loss, we prepare the investment fluctuation reserve. Like for example, let's suppose the value of investment we have is value of investment on the date on which we have made the investment, the value of that investment was 5 lakh, right? Value of the investment was 5 lakh, but there may be change in the scenario of market, and due to the change in market situation and condition, the current market value of the investment, the current value, the market value of the investment, market value of investment is only, let's suppose, 3,50,000. That means the value of the investment decline over a period of time. And if the market value of the investment declines over the period of time, that will create a loss for the investor, right? It will create a loss for the investor. Loss of how much? If the value of the investment was 5 lakh and due to the market fluctuation, the rate of the amount of investment declines to 3,50,000, that means we have a loss of 1,50,000. 50,000. So see, this loss can be easily settled if we have made a reserve. Investment, that is what investment fluctuation reserves are made for. Investment, if we have a reserve of, let's suppose, investment fluctuation reserve, we already anticipated that the value of the investment may decline up to rupees 2 lakh. We have anticipated this at the time of making the investment, and accordingly we have made a reserve of rupees 2 lakh. So 2 lakh of reserve indicate that we are anticipating that there may be a reduction in the value of the investment up to rupees 2 lakh. But thankfully, the value of the investment only goes down to 3,50,000. That means the value of investment declines by 1,50,000 only. So that means, just tell me whether do we have sufficient amount of reserve available to set off this loss or not? Do we have sufficient amount of reserve available to set off this loss? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So we have, how much reserve we have made? We have a reserve of 2 lakh and the loss is actually 1,50,000. So that means even after setting off the loss arising due to the fluctuation in the investment, even after the setting off that loss, we still we still have 50,000 left. That 50,000 can be distributed among the partners in the old PSR. So see, that means reserve 2 lakh and the loss arising on account of investment fluctuation is 1,50,000. So remaining 50,000 can be distributed among the partners, right? Distributed among the partners. In what ratio? In the old PSR, old profit sharing ratio. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? Please tell
Yes.
me if it is. Okay. And when it comes to the investment fluctuation reserve, there could be different situation. Let's suppose, let me give you a few examples. Let's suppose we have made a reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve is of rupees 2 lakhs, right? And amount of investment, the value of investment, let me write this way. Value of investment was investment. This is the book value of investment, right? This is the book value of investment. Book value of investment is, let's suppose, 6 lakhs. And after the fluctuation, there could be various situations that may arise. Let's suppose the market value of the investment over the period of time, there is no change in the market value of the investment. Let's suppose the market value of investment remains same, 6 lakhs. Situation 2 could be, this is situation number 1. Situation second could be the market value of the investment declines, or let's suppose it increases. Instead of declining, the market value of the investment goes up from 6 lakh to 6,50,000, right? Then third situation could be the market value of the investment decline, and it declined to, let's suppose, 4,50,000. Fourth situation could be market value declined to 4 lakhs. And fifth situation could also be there, which is market value of the investment goes down to 3 lakh. Right, everyone? So these are the different cases. So let's suppose if we are talking about the first case, the value of the reserve is 2 lakh and the value of the investment is 6 lakh. Book value of the investment is 6 lakh, but the market value of investment is 6 lakh, right? So that means there is no fluctuation, there is no decrease in the value of the investment. So tell me whether we will be able to use the amount of reserve we have made or not. If there is no fluctuation, if no fluctuation have taken place in the value of the investment, tell me whether this reserve is of any use, whether we'll be using this reserve for adjusting the loss of investment, yes or no. Tell me. I'm just talking about the case number one, case first. If the value of the investment, book value of the investment is 6 lakh, and current market value of the investment also 6 lakh, that means there is no fluctuation in the investment, right? Everybody agrees to this?
Yes.
So if there is no fluctuation, tell me, how are we going to deal with the reserve? What are we going to do with the reserve? We can simply distribute it among all the partners. Now distribute it, right? We can distribute, what amount we can distribute? We can distribute the entire amount of reserve. Distribute entire IFR, investment fluctuation reserve, among the partners in the old PSR, right? Since the entire amount remain unused. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Case one is clear. If the market value of the investment and the book value of the investment is same, that means there is no fluctuation, then there will be no use of the fluctuation reserve. And if there is no use of fluctuation reserve, then we can simply distribute the entire investment fluctuation reserve among all the partners in the old PSR. Tell me if it is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Nahida, is it clear to you? Zainab, Shifa, Prerna?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the situation number two. In situation two, instead of decrease in the market value of the investment, market value of the investment actually increases. So if market value, instead of decreasing, if it increases, there is a clear profit. If let's suppose the market value of the investment is 6,50,000 and the book value was 6 lakh, that means there is an increase in the market value of the investment. So this is a kind of profit. Is that right? If it is a profit is how much? 50,000, right? Got it? Yes or no? There is a profit of 50,000. So this profit need to be distributed, number one. Since there is a profit of 50,000, so this profit, first of all, this profit need to be distributed among the partner, yes or no?
Yes.
And there is also unused reserve left. Investment fluctuation reserve that we have made, that is still unused. Na? 2 lakh, that also remained unused. So that means we will distribute this 2 lakh as well. What are we going to do with this 2 lakh of reserve? We will distribute it as well, yes or no? So in this case, we will distribute 2 lakh of reserve as well as the profit that we have generated due to the increase in the value of the investment. Tell me if it is clear or not. Guys, please tell me now quickly.
Yes,
Zainab, Nahida, Shifa, Prerna.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And now let's talk about the third situation, wherein the value of the investment declined to 4,50,000. So see, we have a investment fluctuate. Oh, sorry, the value of the investment was 6 lakh, but it declined to 4,50,000. So we have a loss of how much? There is a reduction in the value of the investment by what amount? Loss of rupees. Tell me. If the value of the investment, which was 6 lakh, declined to 4,50,000, is there a loss or a profit, guys?
Loss of 1,50,000.
Loss of 1,50,000. That's right. And if there is a loss of 1,50,000, just tell me whether we will be able to adjust this loss from anything. Do we have anything to adjust this loss?
Yes, sir.
Partners
Yes.
capital account.
Partners capital account. No. We
Or
already
IFR.
have. Yes, we
Investment.
have made a IFR, na. We have
Yeah.
a IFR of rupees 2 lakh. So till 2 lakh we are safe. Till the loss of 2 lakh, partners need not to contribute, since they have already made a reserve of 2 rupees 2 lakh. So this loss of rupees 1,50,000 can be adjusted. IFR can be used up to 1,50,000. IFR of 1,50,000 will be adjusted toward the loss. Adjusted toward loss. Sir, what about the remaining reserve that is left? IFR of rupees, how much? 50,000 is still remain unused, na? That need to be, tell me, what are we going to do with this? We will distribute it among the partners, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if investment is declining and the decline is not equal to the decline in the value of the investment is less than the IFR, investment fluctuation reserve, then first of all such loss can be adjusted from the IFR, and the remaining IFR can be distributed to the partners. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Tell me if it is not, guys, quickly.
It's clear, sir.
Okay, now tell me in case 4, if the value of the investment was 6 lakh and the current market value is only 4 lakh, tell me whether there is a loss or a profit.
Loss.
The current value, we have a loss or a profit. 6 lakh of investment now reduced to 4 lakh only. So there is a loss or a profit?
Loss.
Loss. And how much is loss?
2
2 lakh. 2 lakh. Just tell me whether we will be able to adjust this loss. Do we have sufficient amount of reserve already prepared? Yes, we have reserve. So we will be able to use reserve to the extent of how much? Entire amount can be used for the setting of the loss, yes or no? IFR of rupees 2 lakh can be adjusted toward the settlement of the loss, yes or no? It can be used for the adjustment of the loss. There will be no remaining amount, so that nothing will be distributed among the partners. Got it? Is it
Yes,
clear,
sir.
everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we have the final situation.
Yes, sir.
In the final case, the market value of the investment declined by from 6 lakh, it goes down to 3 lakhs. Tell me how much is the loss in this case? Tell me what is the loss in this
3
case? 3 lakh is of loss. Loss is of 3 lakh, right? Now tell me to what extent we will be able to adjust this loss from the IFR. To what extent we will be able to adjust this loss from IFR? To what extent we will be able to adjust this loss from IFR? To the extent of 2 lakh only, is that right? We will be
Yes,
able to, since we have made only 2 lakh of reserve now, so we will be able to adjust this loss from the IFR up to rupees 2 lakh only, right? Now tell me, what about the remaining loss? Who is going to contribute toward that loss? Who will be contributing toward that loss?
partners.
Correct. So further loss, the remaining loss need to be contributed by partners in what ratio? In the old PSR, right, everyone? Or
Yes,
if you are
sir.
able to understand this, yes or no? Nahida,
Yes,
Zainab, Shifa, Prerna.
Yes, sir.
Nahida, you were not there in the previous class, na? So you must be finding it difficult to understand. But I hope everybody is able to get it. Nahida, is it clear to you as well? No. So you will have to ask for the previous class recorded link, previous class lecture, and you must go through the previous class recorded lecture, and then only you will be able to understand this topic. Anyways, let's move to the next part of this topic. Just a minute. Okay, guys. So first of all, I want you to note all this thing, the definition. Please note this. Tell me as soon as you are done, and then we will move to the question. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So I'm in.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done, everybody? Shall we move to the question?
Yes.
Okay. So question number 79, we will start with this question. Question 79, what does it say? It says that, just a minute. So there are three partners, A, B, and C, who are presently sharing the profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2, right? Decide to share the future profit and losses in the ratio of, so the new PSR and the old PSR is given. And question is asking us to give the journal entry to distribute the investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 20,000 at the time of change in PSR, when investment market value is 95,000 and the book value is 1 lakh. Okay, so let me just summarize this question by highlighting some important point in this question. See, what question is actually saying? Question is saying that it says that the old profit sharing ratio of the partner is 5:3:2, right? And the name of the partners were A, B, and C. It also says that the book value of the investment, book value of investment, book value of investment is also given, which is 1 lakh. This is also given in the question, 1 lakh. Then it also tells us about the market value of the current market value of the investment. Market value of investment is currently 95,000 only, right? That means there is a reduction in the value of the investment by 5,000. And we have made a reserve as well. We have an investment fluctuation reserve made. Investment fluctuation reserve is 20,000. All right, so this is basically the question. Now we need to solve it. We need to pass the general entry in this, showing the distribution of the investment fluctuation reserve. So first of all, just tell me, if the value of the investment is 1 lakh and the current market value of the investment is only 95,000, if the book value is 1 lakh and the market value is 95,000, tell me whether the value of the investment is increasing or decreasing, whether there is a loss or a profit. Tell me.
There's a profit.
There is a profit. The value of book value of investment is 1 lakh, but the current market value is 95,000. So there is a decline in the value of the investment by 5,000. Na? Value of the investment is declining by 5,000. So that indicate there is a loss in the value of the investment because of the market fluctuation. Got it? Is it clear to you? Is it clear? Yes or no? Yeah. Because the value of the book value of the investment is 1 lakh and the market value of the investment is 95,000. That means the value of the investment is declining. There is a loss, and this, can we adjust this loss? Do we have sufficient amount of reserve available to adjust this loss, to compensate this loss, to set off this loss? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, we have sufficient amount of reserve available. We have a reserve of 20,000, but the loss is only 5,000. That means we will be able to adjust this loss, right? So let me write it this way. The general entry will be done like this. First of all, we'll write down investment fluctuation reserve account debit. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit 20,000. And then investment fluctuation, the value of the investment is declining now, so we will debit the investment account. So investment account debit, sorry, investment account credit, I'm sorry, to investment account. Investment declines by 5,000, and then the remaining amount will be distributed among the partners. So we have A, B, and C. So the remaining amount can be distributed among the partner to A's capital account, to B's capital account, and C's capital account. So we have additional, we have remaining reserve available after adjusting it towards the reduction in the toward the fluctuation of the investment. We still have 15,000 remaining by way of investment fluctuation reserve. So this can be distributed among the old partners in the old PSM. 5:3:2. So 5:2, right? So that means for A, just a minute, it will be 15,000 into 5 divided by 10. So this will be 7,500 in respect of A. A's account will be credited by 7,500. And similarly, 15,000 into 3 divided by 10, 4,500 for B, and 3,000 being investment fluctuation reserve adjusted and distributed among partners. All right, everyone. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Guys, anybody having problem understanding this? Zainab, Prerna, Shifa. Is it clear, yes or no? Please tell me. Nahida.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Nahida, is this clear to you as well?
Yes, sir. This is clear.
This is clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please note this down quickly so that we can move to the next question. Note this down quickly so that we can start with the next question. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right then. So let's move to the next question. Question number 80. So this one is a little lengthy question since it contains different situations. So the question tells us that Nitin, Tarun, and Amar are partners sharing profits equally. So this is the old profit sharing ratio of the partners. They were sharing profit and losses equally. That means 1:1:1. This is the profit sharing ratio of the partners. New ratio is also given, which is not relevant for us. The extract of the balance sheet is given, and in the balance sheet you can clearly see on the asset side we have the value of the investment. This is the book value of the investment, right? Investment recorded in the balance sheet on the asset side indicate the book value of the investment. And on the liability side, we have an investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 60,000. So reserve is 60,000, and the value of the investment is 4 lakh. We are provided with different situation. So the first situation is when its market value is not given. See, situation number 1 is when the market value of the investment is not given. So if the market value of the investment is not given, then entire IFR, entire investment fluctuation reserve, can be distributed among the partners. Can be distributed. Entire amount can be distributed among the partners in the old PSR, right? Situation number 2. Situation 2 is when the market value of the investment is 4 lakh. So if the market value of the investment is 4 lakh and the book value of the investment is 4 lakh, that means there is no loss. In this case as well, same treatment will be done as above. Entire IFR can be distributed among the partners. Right, everybody? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
situation 3, it says that market value of the investment is 4,24,000. Comparing it with the book value is only 4 lakh and the market value is 4,24,000. Just tell me whether we have a profit or a loss situation here. Do we have a profit? Correct. And if it is a profit, first of all, this profit need to be distributed. This profit need to be distributed among the partners, plus IFR, investment fluctuation reserve, that remain unused. It will also get distributed among the partners. IFR will also be distributed among the partners. Got it? Am I right? That means profit of 4,000 will be credited to the partners account, as well as the IFR will be credited to the partners account. Right? Am I clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, moving on to the case number 4. It says that when the market value is 3,70,000, so market value is declining. In this case, market value of the investment declined by 30,000. So we have a loss. So this loss will first of all adjusted from IFR, and then if remaining amount is there, then it can be distributed among the partners, right? See, we have a loss in this case. How much is the loss? 30,000 is the loss, yes or no? In case 4, we have a loss of 30,000, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So can we adjust that loss from the IFR?
Yes,
And even after adjusting that loss, we'll still be left with what amount?
30,000.
So that 30,000 can be distributed among the partners in the old PSR, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now let's discuss the case number 5. It says that when the market value of the investment declined to 3,10,000. 3,10,000. That means we have this time again we have a loss or profit. In the
Loss.
case 5, we have a loss. And loss of what amount?
90,000.
90,000. And we will be able to adjust loss from IFR to the extent of only
60,000.
60,000. The problem is, what about the remaining loss? Remaining loss will be contributed by the old partners in the old PSR. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I hope everybody understand these different cases. So let's start with the solution one by one. We'll discuss the treatment of the first case. Solution to question number 80, and we'll discuss case 1. Case first is when the market value is not given. We'll write down treatment of IFR, treatment of investment fluctuation reserve when market value is not given. If the market value of the investment is not given, then the treatment will be, how are we going to do the treatment? The treatment will be very simple. Entire amount will be distributed among the partners in the old TSR. So we'll simply write down investment fluctuation reserve account debit, investment fluctuation reserve account debit by 60,000, and the entire amount will be distributed to the partners. How many partners are there? 3 partners, Nitin, Tarun and Amar. To Nitin account, Tarun account and Amar account. And since they are all equal partners, so everybody is going to get 20,000 each. 20,000. Got it, everybody? Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
This is case 1, the treatment for case 1. Everybody is able to understand this, yes or no?
Yes.
Case number 2, which says
Yes,
that in case 2, I'm sure all of you are able to understand the case 2 as well. Case 2 says that when the market value of the investment is 4 lakh. So treatment of IFR when market value is 4 lakh, that means it is equal to the book value of the investment. So in this case, same treatment will be done. Again, we'll debit the investment fluctuation reserve account debit. Guys, all of you are writing this now along with me.
yes, sir.
Please write this in your notebooks. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit 60,000 again, and to Nitin, to Tarun, to Amar. Everybody is going to get 20,000 each. Got it, everyone? Is this clear as well? Tell me, Zainab, Nahida.
Yes, it's clear.
It's clear. Okay, case number 3. Case 3 says when the market value is 4,24,000. So case number 3. Treatment of IFR when market value is What was the market value? 4,24,000. Yeah, 4,24,000. Okay, though, so in this case we have a profit, right? The value of investment, that actually the book value of the investment is 4 lakh and the market value of the investment is more than the book value. So that means we have a profit here, right? We have a profit. So that profit need to be distributed among the partners. So in this case, what do? We first of all write it this way. We will first of all record the profit on investment. So investment account will be debited. Investment account debit. Why are we debiting the investment account? Since the value of the investment is increasing, therefore we are debiting investment account. Value of the investment is value of the investment is increasing by 24,000, and hence we are debiting investment account. And since it is a profit, so we'll credit the entire amount of profit to the revaluation account. We'll write down to revaluation account. To revaluation account. 24,000. Got it, everybody? Is this clear, all of you? Tell me if it is clear or not. Then we will do, after doing this, we will pass one more entry for the distribution of the profit among the partners. So we'll make one more journal entry. We'll write down revaluation
So
account
what's the
debit.
narration for the first one?
Sorry,
What's the narration for the first one?
narration for the first one.
No,
Narration can
that's
be
this three first one.
okay. Case 3 first one. You can write being profit on revaluation of asset. Sorry, increase in the value of investment, being increase in investment transferred to revaluation account. Transferred to revaluation account. Got it? This will be the narration for the first part. And then since the revaluation account is being credited and it is a profit, this profit need to be distributed among the partners as well. Na? So revaluation account debit to Nitin, to Tarun, and to Amar. And the entire 24,000 of profit will be distributed among all the partners in the old PSR. So they were the partners for 5:3:2. That means into 5. Just they were the equal partners. I'm sorry. They were equal partners. Yeah. So that means everybody is going to get 8,000. Right, all of you? Guys, all of you are able to understand this question or not? Because nobody is responding anything today. Everybody, please confirm if it is clear or not. Anybody is having any problem, please tell me so that I can further clarify.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. So being revaluation profit transfer to, or being profit on investment transfer to partners. This is the complete treatment for case 3. I hope this is clear to all of you. Please
Yes,
confirm
sir.
if it is clear or not. Okay, so shall we move to the next case?
Yes,
Please
sir.
note this down quickly and tell me whether I should move to the next case or not.
Done, sir.
Done. Everybody done? Prerna, Zainab, Mahir,
Yes,
Anshu.
Done.
Okay. Then case number 4. Case 4 says when the market value of the investment declined to 3,70,000. Okay, so let's do this as well. Being case 4. Treatment of IFR when market value declined to 3,70,000. So the journal entry in this case will be, first of all, we are going to debit the investment fluctuation reserve account as usual. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit. Investment fluctuation reserve account will be debited by what amount? By we have made a reserve of what amount? We have a reserve of 60,000, right? So we'll first of all debit the investment fluctuation reserve by 60,000. And this time the value of the investment is declining, right? So value of the investment is declining by what amount? By 30,000. So therefore, since the value of the investment is declining, so we will credit the investment account. Whenever investment declines, we credit the investment. Whenever investment increases, we debit the investment account. So to investment account, 30,000. So the reserve of 60,000 first of all will be adjusted toward the loss in the value of the investment, and then the remaining amount can be distributed among the partners in the old PSR to Nitin, to Tarun, to Amar account. So remaining amount will be distributed among the partners in the equal ratio. That means everybody is going to get 10,000, 10,000, and 10,000. So we'll write down the relation as being IFR adjusted and distributed among partners. Got it? Is this clear, everybody? Case 4, the treatment of case 4 is clear to all of you, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Done? Anyone still writing it? Please note this down quickly. Let me know whenever you are done so that we can move to the last
Done, sir.
case.
Done, sir.
Everybody done? Done. Okay. Let's quickly discuss case number 5, last one. When the market value of the investment declined to 3,10,000. So case number 5. Case 5 will talk about the treatment of IFR again. IFR, right? When market value is actually 3,10,000. So there is reduction in the value of investment again, but this time the value of the reduction in the value is more than the amount of reserve we have available. So that means we'll write it something like this. First of all, we'll debit the investment fluctuation reserve as usual. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit 60,000, right? And the value of the investment is declining by what amount? Tell me. My book value of the investment was 4 lakh and the market value of the investment is 3,10,000. That means investment is fluctuating by what amount?
90,000.
90,000. So are we going to credit the investment by 90,000? Yes or no? Yes. Investment is going to decline by 95,000. So we will credit the investment account. Investment account by 90,000. All right, but the thing is that on the debit side, we have 60,000, in credit we have 90,000. So that clearly shows that we have a loss. And whenever there is a loss, why we have a loss? Because the reduction in the investment is exceeding the amount of reserve we have. We have a reserve of 60,000 only, but the value of the investment is declining by more than 60,000. That means it is in excess of 30,000. So the excess amount of loss will be debited to the revaluation account. I hope everybody understand this. Revaluation account will be debited by what amount? 30,000. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Yes or no?
Instead of writing revaluation account, can't we just write the partner's capital?
Instead of writing the revaluation account,
Yeah.
no, you cannot do that. See, whenever there is a profit, you need to first of all indicate that profit, and whenever there is a loss, you have to indicate that loss by the name of revaluation account. And only after that you need to pass the other general entry indicating the distribution of the profit or loss. Like in the previous case as well, I think in the when we were talking about the case number 3, I guess. Yeah, here see, in case 3 we have a profit now 4,24,000. That means we have a profit of 24,000. So we specifically shows this profit by crediting this amount to the revaluation account. And then we have made an extra journal entry showing the distribution of the revaluation profit to Nitin, Tarun and Aman. So this is a proper method of solving this kind of question. First of all, profit need to be taken into consideration by crediting the revaluation account. And if it is a loss, we need to take into consideration the loss by preparing the revaluation account. And then we will make another general entry for distribution of the loss. I hope this is clear. Got it? Is this clear or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we'll write it as being loss in investment. Transferred to revaluation account. We need to pass one more general entry distributing the revaluation account loss. So when you distribute the loss of revaluation account, you need to debit the partner's capital account. So Nitin account will be debited. Nitin account will be debited. Tarun account will be debited. And Amar account will also be debited to tell me to
Revaluation account.
Perfect, very good. 30,000. And every partner has to bear at least 10,000, depending on his old profit sharing ratio. I'll write down being loss in investment distributed to partners. Got it, everybody? So this was a lengthy question since it contains various questions. So therefore it took us a lot of time solving it. But I hope the question is clear, Zainab, Nahida, and Shifa, Prerna. If anybody is having any problem, do let me know. Otherwise, we will be ending this session. Zainab, Nahida, Shifa, any doubts? Anyone?
No,
Anyone
sir.
want to ask anything?
No, sir.
Okay, so okay, just a minute. Okay, so no question for the next class. Just do one thing, just go through the different cases that we have discussed in this topic, the investment fluctuation reserve, as well as the topics that we have earlier discussed, the workman compensation reserve especially. Okay, and in the next class we will talk about the treatment of the general reserve, and also we will talk about the formation of the revaluation account, most probably. Just a minute, let me check. Oh yeah, the treatment of the goodwill is there, and after the I think we have covered the treatment of the goodwill, if I'm not wrong. Have we covered the treatment of the goodwill earlier? No, 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 we haven't covered it. In context of the reconciliation, we have to cover the treatment of the goodwill one more time, and then we will start with the revaluation account. So probably we will be able to start this topic in the next class after covering the treatment of the goodwill. So this is it for today's class, guys. Anybody have any doubt, they want to ask anything, please tell me if you have any doubt. Otherwise, we will end this session. Zainab, Nahida, Prerna, Shifa. Any doubts, guys? Anyone want to ask
No,
anything?
No, sir.
No. So, all right. This is it for today's class. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next class. Just a request: do